Okay, so today we're checking out more Nightwish. This is Song of Myself. Organ of Doom.
In the cage, the deep breath I took still poisons my lungs. An old oak sheltering me from the blue, sunbathing on its dead frozen leaves. Get up in the ghost town of Mars. Dreams of story time and the river ghost. Walk by me, the weapons and the light. Raging hell against your candy toys. The son of me is sung in need of courageous symphony. Birth of me.
Listen to Marco's bass. Oh, I like that. Oh, you didn't keep it going. Great break. Interesting break. I love it when Marco and Floor sing in unison. You love it even more when they sing in unison while also harmonizing. But their voices just work very well together in a space where I've heard a lot of people try to do that and just not pull it off as well from a mix perspective. I don't know what it is about them. It's just the combination of the two voices. I'm not a vocal coach, so I'm sure there's probably a lot of reactions out there where they talk more about that. I'll let them do that. I'm a band guy. I typically listen to the band first, as you know. And hopefully that's an interesting perspective for you guys, because I'm sure most people that react to Nightwish are really front and centered on Floor, which obviously we're going to talk about that. But look at the Organ of Doom. I love this keyboard holder. I am very well aware of what it is, but yeah, to me it's the Organ of Doom, and it just will be. Drums really get a lot of credit here. Very little subtle things that he is doing back there to change very short periods of timing to allow the song to shift directions, even when it doesn't really shift a direction too much. And I'm hearing a lot more of the guitar tone and bass tone in this mix than I'd previously heard before. Maybe it's just because I'm using the right videos that were recommended to me, or maybe they just mixed it more that way because they know that that's what this song drives a little bit more for. But I'm going to back this up just a little bit, and let's get back to this. Right there. Interesting. Vocal felt like it was going to keep going. Didn't. Quick transition. Makes it interesting. I love it. There it is again. I really dig that. Back to the feet. Love that guitar tone. The crowd, appreciative, as they should be. Aha, nice little breakup of that riff. There's a lot of greatness in that spot right there for me. Again, I kind of go band first a lot, right? Floor's amazing, awesome, always will be, never won't be. Got that out of the way, so that's every reaction. We're always going to love Floor. Let me back this up. What I'm appreciating about this spot is their ability to write songs, and from a live entertainment perspective too. It's their ability to write songs that really not require your attention. This isn't just a thrash band hitting the stage and just from beat one, just everybody can just thrash through the whole song. It's not intended for that. This is well thought out storytelling in the form of music. They are fantastic at doing it as well, regardless of who's been performing throughout the years. They've clearly created a storytelling aspect of their music that just endures. This is a prime example of a spot in the music where, even though they require a lot of your visual attention as a fan, if you're just wanting to have that fan participation moment and you want it to be more physical than just auditorily, I love that they've put in sections like this into a lot of their songs. But specifically right here, this was intended to break the song, change the mood just a little bit, while also, whether it was intended to or not, it's giving the crowd the ability to rock along with you physically. It's a moment where you don't have to be eyes glued to the stage, and you don't have to be completely locked into what you may be reacting to from a storytelling perspective. It's a moment where everything simply just gets really uncomplicated and just absolutely rocks and lets you physically get out what you need when you're at a live show. Those of you who were in this crowd, God, tell me how that felt in the comments, right? Am I close? Let's check this out. Great tone. This is for the fans, baby. Just interesting enough of a guitar switch up in that riff. Feet going with the guitars. Ooh. Awesome mood change by the Organ of Doom, Thomas. Listen to that guitar. Ugh, that is nasty. Nasty in this case means amazing. Okay, I'm going to talk about Floor. What a beautiful job she is doing right now with whatever vocal has been written. I This is probably not a song that was written for Floor. I don't know if this was a Tarja song or an Annette song or if this was a Floor song. So if you can share that with me, let me know. I believe this is Wacken 2013. So if I recall, this is 10 months after her official first show with the band. Maybe this is like her... Everybody's kind of got a little different take on it. But long story short, I don't believe any of the songs at this point in time were written for her, so she's performing them. What a great job she is doing right here, laying back just enough vocally, opening up to kind of help tell this change of story. For the first time in the song for me, Tuomas really came out in this section at the beginning and helped change the mood. And what is happening to me, at least, as I listen to this, there are two different moods happening at the same time. The band is actually creating an evil mood, I guess you could say. Whereas what I'm picking up from Floor and what she's doing with the vocals is, even though I'm feeling kind of this stress behind me with the band, this kind of spookiness and evilness that's happening with me, what she's doing with the vocals is she's giving me optimism. She's making me feel like, in whatever story that they're telling here, I'm getting this sense of just evil and dread that the band is putting underneath, which is amazing. But her vocals are really pulling me in an optimistic direction, almost like, I'm trying to get through, the scary mountain pass and the dragons are flying over me. But her vocals are making me feel like, yeah, you know what, we're about out of this. This is going to be okay. I know it's weird. I don't really talk about that level of stuff very much because I don't always connect it. But they've done an amazing job really connecting all of this for me. Let's rewind just a little bit. See how I said rewind? God, did I just show everybody how old I am? Let's rewind this, guys. Be kind. Rewind. And I'm sure my frames are splitting all over the place too. It's all right. I love this. Just evil, I'm coming to get you. But she makes me feel like it's gonna be okay. I don't know what she's saying either. I don't know the lyrics, guys. Keyboards are getting more optimistic. The band's still back here in the negative, but the keyboard's really going with Floor. I love that. What an amazing performer she is. Ah, you got me. Or no, you didn't get me. Okay, wow, you did though. This whole song got me. Song of Myself. Nightwish. Okay. Well, I already talked a lot, so there's not a whole lot left to say. Just a reminder that I'm just an old school metalhead, always have been, always will be. I play those things behind me in a band that I don't talk about much. If you'd like to find out a little bit more about that, I always put a link in every description of every video. It's been a while since I've gotten back to Nightwish, and even though my channel is currently only about 3 weeks old at this point in time, it actually has been a while, considering the fact that I've got 8 videos out, I think 7 or 8 videos for Nightwish. As you can tell, not only do you have a rabid fan base, which has really helped the channel kind of kickstart, and I thank you and appreciate that. It's a fan base that has been open, willing, not willing, just like has a dramatic desire to share, share, and educate. And that's because this is amazing stuff that doesn't get to all parts of the world. As I started this reaction channel just a few weeks ago, I started it because I watched reaction videos. And I found out that I loved watching people who didn't love what I already loved. I loved watching them appreciate it. So I hope that I'm able to do that for you here. I probably don't spend as much time talking about the vocal aspect as well as Flora as a lot of reactors do, because it goes without being said. And I'm not a vocal person. I'm not a vocal coach or any of those other titles that are used to provide expertise in that area. That's not my expertise. I don't even know where my expertise actually is. I think my expertise is in being a metal music lover. That's where it is. I play those guitars pretty good. I love writing riffs. I'm not a lead guitar player, and that's on purpose. I just don't enjoy playing it as much. Nowhere near the talent level of most of these people. Otherwise, I would be on a stage and not reacting to a video. But I like to give you guys that perspective, especially first time through when not knowing the lyrics and things like that. I really hear a lot of dynamicness that happens within the actual band itself. But that was a really cool song from them. That was one of the first songs I've really kind of been able to listen to that I know enough about Nightwish now that I'm not thinking, who is that? What was the story about that again? Oh God, I didn't even know they existed. Tell me that. I know what I'm looking at now, and I was able to actually hear a lot of the mood. One of my favorite parts of the song was that spot that I stopped where I talked about. It felt like the band was kind of making an oppressive, evil sound with what they were playing and putting in the background, while Flora's vocals were seemingly optimistic. You may tell me that the vocals there, and since I don't know the lyrics, you may come into the comments and say, actually, here's the lyrics. They're quite dark, and they might be. But the feeling I got throughout that section was she had optimism, and it grew the entire time. And one thing I noticed in that is that Thomas, with what he did on the Organ of Doom, also known as the keyboards, he actually started that section in an ominous manner. He's part of the main reason why, for me, the mood changed there. But as she continued to pull us out of that oppression and give us optimism with what she was singing, as you go later through that section, I actually heard the keyboards continue to kind of rise out of that low end that was being created by the by guitar and bass, and rose out with her, and it just continued to build an optimism for me that things were going to be amazing and awesome, and that's exactly what happened. And for the love of God, if you're not a metalhead and you walk across a scene anywhere in this world and Flora Jansen starts headbanging, if you don't start headbanging for no reason, I just don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know anybody who could witness that and not want to do it with her. It's just amazing. Anyways, guys, that's me. I'm just a metalhead. Always have been, always will be. If you're not, you're coming over here from one of the other ones, go listen to more of these. God, just go listen to more Nightwish. You'll just become a better person, I think, for it. Man, I am once again mystified by Nightwish. You'd think I'd just do more of these in a row because of that. I just kind of need to space them out a little bit just to really enjoy the experience that I'm having. But I think we'll do another one here real quick. Like I said, I'm just a metalhead, always have been, always will be. If you're not, go check out more of this stuff. And for those that are in the Nightwish family, I once again thank you for having me.